Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to learn more about for loops and while loops. So let's start with while loops. But before that, what we know is while loops and for loops have one thing in common. They both have the word loop in them. And now what is a loop? A loop is something that starts from one point and ends at the same point. For example, all of these circles start in one point and end at the same point. So if the starting point and the ending point are the same, that means the start and the end is same. So you can keep running forever. And thus a loop is something that keeps running forever. But in while and for loops, as long as the condition is true, it will keep running forever. And Python code is not a loop. In this, it starts at one point and ends at another point. And now there's no way to go back to the starting point. And thus the code ends here. But in case loops, it will keep running. So let's get into it. So we write print and we write hello world. And now what we do is we run it. We can either hit the green triangle, that's what I told you to do for all these days, but what you can do is you can hit left click and run Python file terminal. Both work. It's good to know both the methods. This is somewhat faster, so we'll use this from now. And now we run it. And we get hello world printed out. So now what you see is it's printed only once. What if you wanted to print an infinite number of times? We use the while statement. So we write while and we'll hit enter. So we want it on the next line. And now the thing about while statements is the syntax of it is we have to write while, and here we write a condition. A condition can be something like we could have a variable named a is equal to 10, and in the condition we could write as long as a is equal to 10, print hello world. So we can put a condition in here, but we will first not use a condition. So we'll use a while true. So a while true just basically makes the condition true forever. So while true is something that runs again and again without a condition. So if you write while true, this is going to print hello world infinite times. So if you left click and run Python file in terminal, it's going to print hello world a million times. It's not going to stop. It's just keep going to print hello world. Scroll up, but it'll come back down. It's going to print hello world as many times as possible. It's going to keep running hello world. It's infinite. So now to stop this, no other way to stop this, I'm just killing the terminal. So now we kill the terminal now. As well as while killing the terminal, we could have a problem of Visual Studio Code crashing because it was printing hello world for all of this time. So mine has crashed now. So after a few clicks, we should get it to close. So now we should try to make it close. So we have to force stop it because Visual Studio Code has crashed. And now we get Windows no longer responding, and I have to reopen. Now it's going to close and reopen. So now it's not a good idea to just keep something running forever because it may cause your computer to crash. And now what you want to do is you want to go to the next things. So now we'll start with conditions. So we can have a condition. So a is equal to 10. And now as long, we can write as long as a is smaller than 20 print hello world. So now this is also going to print infinitely, as 10 is always going to be less than 20. So we don't want to run this, we may get Visual Studio to crash again. So this is going to print hello world infinite times, the same as we got previous time, because a is always going to be equal to 20. So now what we can do is we can write a is equal to a plus 1. So now what that means is, as every time this runs, a will increase its value. So now it's 10, and the next run 10 is equal to 10 plus 1. So it will be equal to 11, and it will run again and it will become equal to 12, 13, 14, 15 until it reaches 20. Once it reaches 20, it will say a is now equal to 20. So now this statement is no longer true, and then the while statement will stop executing. So the while statement runs only when this is true. So now if you run this, it should print hello world 20 times. So run Python file in terminal. And we have got hello world printed 20 times. So it's not actually 20 times, my bad. It's only 10 times because we started from 10 to 20. So it's only 10 times. Or maybe even 9 because it's excluding the 20. So now what we can do is, instead of printing hello world, we can print a to see which all numbers it's going through. So start from 11, 12, 13, 14. So let's try that too. So we run Python file terminal. We get starts from 10. So it was first 10, so it printed 10, and it became equal to 11. It printed 11, 12, 13, 14 until it became equal to 19, and went to 20. 20 is equal to 20 and not less than 20, and the while stopped. So it printed from 10 to 19, so 9 numbers. So this is all about the while statement. As long as this condition is true, it will keep running everything in its body. Now, how do you write the body? The body depends on indentation. So if you saw my video on if statements, you probably know what that is. So for example, I'll brief through that again. So to know how much of it should run forever. So for example, how much of this is part of the while statement. So the while is a command that contains more commands in it. So how much of it is in that is displayed with indentation. So in some programming languages it's enclosed in brackets, so this whole thing will be enclosed in brackets, but in Python we use indentation. So as long as this is far away from this, so this and this is in a different level, so as long as in this level, it will be considered as a part of the while statement. And as soon as I get away from this level, so if I start typing from here, now I'm outside the while statement, and this won't run forever. So if I type print okay here, we'll see that, oops, we pasted by mistake. If we run Python file terminal here, we get this printed again and again, but OK printed only once. So this was outside the while statement. So this is all about while statements. Next is the for statement.